Hey guys, welcome to another review. Today I'll be reviewing Valley Girls by Sarah Nicole Lemon. I received an early copy at Y'all Fest back in November, and Sarah signed it for me. I was really excited for this book, but I felt really bad because I still had not read Done Dirt Cheap before I got this book, so I read Done Dirt Cheap first, which that review's already up on my website. I wanted to read her first book first, before reading this one, just to be familiar with her writing style. And I can definitely say that this is it's kind of similar to Done Dirt Cheap. I mean, it is about a certain bond. I mean, it's a friendly bond. It's a familial bond. The vivid details are all about the setting as well, just like Done Dirt Cheap. And also about what the characters want and what they struggle with. What I really found interesting was it felt like I was there, in the valley as it was being described in the book. So I really liked that. It was just very vivid in my head, kind of playing it like a movie in my head, but it was more real. And I can totally see that because, Sarah does mention in her book that, she's actually been in the setting of this book, she's been climbing on these mountains that she mentioned, so clearly she knows her stuff, obviously. So the first character, her name is Rila. Apologies if I don't pronounce that correctly. She's escaping a troubled life. She's going from West Virginia all the way to California, where her sister lives. She smokes cigarettes and joints, and it's she's kind of attached to the rough lifestyle. But when she gets there, she's kind of just brought in and entranced by the climbers and wanting to become like them. She wants to prove herself as someone that is worth caring about. Even though the whole thing of climbing, what these climbers do, it really scares her because it's high mountains and rocky cliffs, all this other stuff. I would be scared too. With her sister, Thea, she does have obstacles with her, in trying to understand each other. Thea kind of left a little bit out of the blue, leaving Rila by herself with her mom. So they don't really understand each other that much in what really goes on in their lives. But, they do grow with each other and learn to understand each other. I think that's the major important part of this book, is them learning to trust family and learning to get to know each other again. And of course there is a boy in the book. His name is Walker. I don't think he's considered a vital character though. But he does help Rila, discover herself and learn new things about herself too. Their story, though, is kind of left open at the end. They are kind of together at the end, but then they're not, because, they're both, traveling. Walker is, if I remember, I think he's going back to another state or something, and Rila's staying in California with her sister. So, it's just kind of left open there a little bit. So, I would think that they actually stay friends. I don't know. I wasn't really into their relationship though. It didn't seem that important to me because this is Rila's story. This is her story about, finding herself and becoming the woman that she knows she can be. She doesn't have to live this rough lifestyle, getting into trouble or whatever. And going back to the trouble part, it wasn't really her fault. There was a bad relationship involved, and it's that kind of thing where it's she gets in trouble with the law, but it really wasn't her fault. She was kind of the wrong place, wrong time type thing, I guess. But this is just her story, I feel. It's her story to grow, to become, brave. And with the climbing and becoming friends with these climbers, even though sometimes they are kind of bitchy at times, it's important, and I loved reading and watching her growth in this book and becoming this courageous girl, and taking these risks. I wish I could take those kind of risks, but I'm not really one for heights, so I'll just enjoy that kind of scenery, like, in my imagination with this book and whatnot. So yeah. Again, that goes back to the vivid details on the setting, and it was just so interesting to see it in my head. I apologize if you can hear like a rumbling in the background. We have a train like right outside my window. But yeah, the vivid details of this book were just amazing, and I think that is really Sarah's signature style for books, going into those details and just making you feel like you're there and making you feel like you're actually that character. Like I said, also, Sarah's life does come into the story in an author's note. She talks about her climbing, and she also includes like a glossary of terms related to climbing and the camps in the story, which was really helpful because some of the terms, I was just kind of like, oh, okay, well that's that, but I really didn't know what it was. So that glossary is really helpful if you don't know anything about climbing. But this is another powerful release from Sarah, and definitely I would think of it as an automatic buy from just the cover itself because it's absolutely gorgeous. But definitely pick this up. It comes out May 8th, 2018, from Abrams Books. So pick that up once it goes into your bookstores. Pre-order it. There will be purchase links under this review, theclockworkbibliophile.com, and I will catch you guys later.